I am the Weather Dude. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for tuning back into this weather presentation for December 29th, 2019. As always, please consider subscribing. Trust me, you will not regret it. And please watch the whole video and look at in the description for other videos of mine with superior weather content that you won't find anywhere else. To those of you that are watching the video or this video live, you got the Eagles hat. Go Eagles! I believe the score is 3-0. And, go Eagles. Hopefully you got some Eagles fans out there watching. And today we're going to be talking about Winter Storm Gage. And basically like a live coverage video of it. And it's tracked through the north central United States, through the Midwest, and into the Northeast. Now, for a lot of people, this is going to be rain. Except for, northern areas. So places like, I know, currently we had a lot of snow. But this is snow still to come, according to the Weather Channel. Sioux City can get another 1 to 3 inches. Minneapolis can get another 3 to 5. Chicago maybe another inch if you're lucky. Cleveland an inch or 2 maybe. Indianapolis, it's gonna be rain for you. Boston, it says rain now. I thought Boston was gonna at least get a little bit of rain and snow mix before going over to rain, excuse me. But Bangor, Burlington, definitely guys have a good shot at getting at least 5 inches of snow. And a place like Buffalo off the lakes, maybe a good 3 inches for you. And Marquette, of course, 12 to 18. But that's all coming on the backside because when the storm was coming in, Marquette was actually all rain. But when the backside comes in, the storm starts wrapping and intensifying. That's where your 12 inches could possibly come in. And how much ice, or the probability of seeing greater than 1/4 of an inch of ice, that highest probability will be probably in areas near Western Mass and the Adirondacks, New York, just around Albany, like the mountainous areas over in Albany, and that's going to be your highest threat to see greater than 1/4 of an inch of ice. But the ice should be missing Syracuse, Binghamton, maybe northeastern part of Scranton can get a little bit of ice. Hartford, Worcester, and even Burlington and Albany do have a low, but still there, but a low shot at seeing greater than 1/4 of an inch of ice. And if we don't see that, we're going to see at least a 1/10 of an inch or a glaze. Now, this was at 6 o'clock this morning. This is the NOHRSC, observed snowfall with pivotal weather. And this is updated 6 o'clock, so it'll be updated at 7 o'clock a.m. Eastern time this morning. And don't quite believe 22 inches in south central Nebraska could have happened. But what I do believe about this is the fact that I think a lot of areas here, I'm sure, have seen at least a good, 6 inches of snow. Okay, and the snow will continue. And you can see Minneapolis, at least according to this, hasn't really seen anything at all. St. Paul, Minneapolis, nothing. It's all been to the northwest of you. And even Iowa's actually seen a little bit. We got northern Iowa, eastern Iowa. If you got some of that snow coming in on the backside. Let's get into some models now. So we got the Euro model here, and then the next tab I will be on will be the Euro model in the Northeast. So we're going to start with the Euro model here with the North Central United States. Zoom out here again. And you see this is valid for 2 o'clock. So let's go to 8 o'clock, actually, according to the European model. So the latest 12Z run. There's a storm, and really, it really looks impressive. Actually, let me pull up a tab real quick on Tropical Tidbits. It'll take me 2 seconds. Matter of fact, I already have it up now. Just to show you how powerful this storm looks on satellite. Yeah, I'm sorry I never pulled this up. Okay, so while that's getting its act together and stop clocking, let's look at the European model, and let's go through time here. And you see the snow's gonna keep going and going. Okay, you can see over to your right side of your screen, Marquette areas over there. The snow will just keep on coming. I mean, look at this. This is through Monday morning, and we still got bands of snow coming down this way on the backside of the storm. I think a little secondary low might develop over here, push up and bring some warmer air, which is why places like Chicago will be a mainly rain event for you. But it's not till this is Monday night. Areas like Minneapolis, the snow will end from west to east, but definitely by overnight Tuesday, overnight Tuesday, overnight Monday night and Tuesday, things will start to pull out. The snow starts to go away, and by Tuesday morning, 8 o'clock, the snow is all out of here. So how much snow are we talking about? Drum roll, please. At least additional snow. This is the snowfall. What you're seeing here in the European model is the snowfall forecast from what is it, 12Z, right? Yeah, so it's the snowfall from 8 o'clock this morning until 2 o'clock p.m. Tuesday. So in that time frame, so again, 8 a.m. this morning. So some of the snow might have already fallen, but from 8 a.m. this morning to 2 p.m. on Tuesday, this is how much snow they forecasted. Okay, and looks like a good 6 inches there. Eastern South Dakota, eastern North Dakota, and northern Minnesota, even northeast corner of Minnesota. You could see another foot of snow. Same thing with Marquette. Could see like another like 14 inches. International Falls could even see another 5 or 6 inches, and Minneapolis maybe 3 inches. That's a bit of a surprise actually. I was thinking a lot less than that, but it could happen. All right, now let's look at the storm on satellite. Slow the loop down, and this is why this storm is such a powerful, dynamic storm. I mean, you got this excessive moisture flowing from the Pacific and from the Gulf of Mexico here. And zoom in, well, I can't really zoom in, but focus your eyes. You can see the moisture is just getting probably some flash flooding there going on. Right there where I circled in black. Because northeastern, like almost like the Mexico-Texas border, there's probably mountainous areas there. I could tell by the geography, the way the satellite is moving. And the moisture train just doesn't stop coming in. So probably some flooding going on there, especially since it's like mountainous terrain. And here's the storm lifting up, but look at this. It just, the back side just keeps moving all the way down. And these cooler cloud tops, I mean, look at this. It just keeps flowing down. I wouldn't be surprised if it hit Oklahoma. It goes into Texas eventually. And it might even get to the point even where we got moisture flowing up like this. And then the backside actually touches the area of moisture and it's going to keep circulating each other. Because you can see what's happening is that the storm is flowing from the south, or the moisture is flowing from the south and southwest. That moves up into Canada and it gets caught in this easterly flow and around the storm and just keeps getting curled around. And it's going to go in a cycle like this. Meanwhile, we got another storm push again. And look at this. Look how fast this moved right here, right there. So we got another storm coming in to the western Pacific coast. And who knows? Maybe this could possibly drift into the east. Into like the weekend, like next weekend probably. Because I mean, today's Sunday, right? So probably in mid next week it'll probably start pushing through the country. But still, just look at the storm on satellite. It's really like impressive. How about the European model in the northeast United States now? Okay, you can see here's rain push it through. Here's what we have currently, and here we go. I mean, it's gonna start soon. Places like maybe like the Adirondacks, depending on your elevation, a mix of snow, sleet, and freezing rain. And this is Sunday at 8 p.m. And here comes the freezing rain. Okay, before it switches to rain, you're gonna have a lot of freezing rain issues. Then you got snow in the front end, even some sleet down here. Snow will start pushing through areas like Portland and Concord, New Hampshire. And then the cold air actually starts drifting in more, so a lot of this like areas that originally changed to rain changed back to a little bit of snow and sleet. So Boston, by Monday afternoon, it could be now Boston, your change to sleet is going to happen at 2 p.m. according to the European model. So at least it changing to sleet is happening in the warmest part of the day. Because if it was changing to sleet like this at 1 a.m., we'd have a lot of bigger issues because of the sun angle and all that. But still, I mean, Boston, you go just northwest of you, or even north, like right here, and it's going to be like all sleet the whole event. So where you are is really going to depict who gets what precipitation. And here's your little secondary low pushing through, and eventually change everybody to the rain. And then that storm starts to push away when it's storm Gage. And then you got the intense lake effect snow briefly, maybe through the day Wednesday, and Thursday we are finally done. So for the next 96 hours, I mean it'll be done before that, but how much snow is forecast? Again, from 8 a.m. this morning, which no snow's probably fell here anyway, so this is probably all additional totals, all the way through Thursday morning. And you can see, look, we got to talk about 3 to 5 inches, just like the Weather Channel was saying, 3 to 5 inches there for coming off of Lake Erie. And look at this. This is the bullseye here, right there in central New Hampshire. Okay, probably north of Concord, but still, Concord could see go 10 inches. But 17 in place like, north, like around Holton, Maine, maybe like in the western part, maybe like, Jackman could see a good 9 to 10 inches. So a lot of snow still yet to fall, and where that cold air can get in, like Boston, just northwest of you, we're talking about 2 to 4 inches. You go to Boston, maybe like a trace, and then points south, there's nothing. Pennsylvania could even stay on the western portion, maybe like 1 to 2 inches, or maybe just like a light dusting. How about the NAM model? It's the more high definition model that we know. The storms will continue to wound up, and with that, intensifying snow bands just won't stop coming in. Now, if this was a coastal storm, this was hitting the East Coast with a ton of snow, this would be a whole different story. But watch the dry air really come in. This is 11 a.m. You see widespread snow. Like this could occur for another 6-12 hours. You see the snow coming in, and by 2 o'clock, look at this. Everything starts fading away. You start. Maybe some few flurries, but all the storm's starting to pull away really quickly. At the same time, we have a lot of dry air kicking in, and so that's gonna help wind down the snow. But it could make a brief comeback there Monday night at 8 p.m. Another little back end snow band, but then it's all done. It's gonna be done by, I'd probably say, good Tuesday morning at least, or at the latest. When people wake up Tuesday morning, this thing will be out of here. So how much snow are we talking about? It all depends. Again, this is from this is from 2 p.m. So from a few hours ago, from 2 p.m. today until we're talking like Wednesday. So like Wednesday, 2 o'clock in the morning. So between now and Wednesday, how much are we talking? The NAM model is even giving Minneapolis 3 or 4 inches. I could see the backside hitting Minneapolis with like an inch or two, maybe 3, but 4 seems a little bit excessive. But in those heavy snow bands, 6 inches is definitely possible here. And even all the way down to Nebraska, down through Iowa, we could even see another up to an inch. Additional up to an inch of snowfall is possible. All right, let's go to the NAM 3KM in the northeast now. And you can see we get a brief shot of snow because the storm is still, way off here. So we're still trying to get, a cold flow coming in. But once that storm gets closer, I think a lot of areas will change to rain in the northeast. But look at this. Instead of having a lot of freezing rain like the Euro did, the NAM model puts a lot of sleet right there in the northeast, in the Green Mountains and White Mountains and the Adirondacks. A lot of sleet. And that, that does cut down your totals, but sleet doesn't cut down your totals as much as freezing rain. As a matter of fact, sleet could even add to your snow totals. It just counts as ice. But it's not actually, freezing rain. You can see, and according to the NAM model, we could even have, lake effect snow coming through, hitting near the I-95 corridor. I wouldn't be surprised parts of, eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey even get hit with a little bit of snow. Delaware, Maryland, it's hard to say, but, if anything, it's going to be a brief shot of snow because this storm is starting to pull out into Canada. So any snow will be very, any lake effect snow that could possibly get near the I-95 corridor will be very brief and sudden, and you may even miss it, to be honest with you. But lake effect snow will be noticeable in areas up in here, or just by Lake Erie, Lake Ontario. Cleveland could even see a couple inches from it. So that's how much snow we're talking there. And just look at the dynamics of the storm, how it's all wound up here. You can see, right, there we go. So there's a GFS model. There's that next little storm, but look at this one. It's just wound up. It's just nothing's really gonna weaken it. Besides, a little bit of dry air. But look at this. This thing is still winded up strong. It's winding up through Canada here by Tuesday night. And then we got our next little storm coming through, making its way through the southwest. But I might make an upcoming video on why January we could see a little flip in the switch. But even this was like what, 8 o'clock this morning. Look at this. Those blues, those teals. There's some really strong cyclonic vorticities here. We're talking up near 50, 55. So that's pretty intense. Let's see. Here's the HRR model. Let's see if we got a new run updated. Okay, this is the 21Z latest run here, and here it is. It's depicting it pretty well. The snow's getting all the way down to Kansas here, all the way down. So the storm's got a nice upflow, and then what's happening is as the storm makes its way this way, so much precipitation is getting pulled up here on the north side of it that it's just got so much and it's such a strong, backside that it's getting all pulled down all the way through North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, maybe even a few flurries towards Oklahoma, but I cannot be sure that. Yeah, not quite yet. And I think it's going to get down to Kansas. Okay, and also look how intense the backside of this thing is. All right, like look at areas like Illinois. Like you got some heavy rain moving through, and your temperatures are, let's see, you got temperatures at what? 40, 45, 47, right? Once we get that secondary low to lift up from the south with all that precipitation, that warm surge of air, once that lifts through, watch this. Oh, okay, didn't. I'm gonna click on it. All right, hang on a sec. Through, we get that warm surge of air coming up from the south, from this other low. Well, this low here that's sitting up here is kicking in the back side. So you got this low, pumping in the warmth and the moisture. But this low, don't forget about this one, the primary one, is pumping in cold air on the back side. As soon as that rain and that, big batch of moisture from the south lifts up, look at this. We start to see a few flurries generate on the back side in northern Missouri. We're starting to see a few flurries generate on the back side of that storm. They'll become more widespread, and that is because these two lows, one here and one here, will get closer together and will help to form some snow in southwestern Wisconsin even. And because those lows are getting closer together, they're sharing their energy a little bit. We could even see some breakouts of some snow flurries, some, quick burst of snow flurries through central Illinois. And then this low starts to meet up with that low, producing all the cold air. And you got snow and tons of snow and ice and even a little bit of rain mixing in, breaking out over northern Wisconsin. And it really quickly switched over, and it's just a mess of purple. So we got sleet, freezing rain, snow, you name it. Every kind of precipitation is out there. So, this isn't all the snow we have yet to come, but total snowfall over the next 18 hours. You can see there's those little flurries I was talking about, producing that banding of snow there. 6+ could come possibly through northern Michigan. Minneapolis, probably another inch or two through the north central, maybe another 1 to 3 inches. Central North Dakota, oops, sorry about that. Bismarck could even see 5 or 6 inches, but I think that is pretty much all wrapped up there. Here we are though, and this is the Weather Channel radar, and this is from 3 o'clock. Let's just move that time period there, down forward. All right, and you can see again, just like the HRR is depicting, all that snow is just moving through places like Kansas and Nebraska, and it just won't stop. And the front edge, remember when storms have a front edge like this, and especially in the wintertime, they come from the southwest. The very front end is going to generate some snow and ice in the northeast. Now there wasn't enough cold air in the mid-Atlantic for that to happen, but it did in the northeast, and it did help for some snow to break out. But that eventually all changes over to rain, basically. And let's see, past 24-hour snowfall. Here we are. Okay, New York, Pennsylvania, maybe you've seen a good less than an inch in the past 24 hours. But again, look at all these areas, 5 to 8 inches of snow plus. Probably even more than that. Some areas have seen, a good foot of snow in the northern territories here. Even Nebraska maybe seen a good foot of snow in the past 24 hours. And how about the snow still to come? That's pretty interesting, right? Okay, this is not the whole map. Yeah, I think we're having a little issue here, but definitely another few inches here, and definitely another foot in the higher elevations in the northeast. We can see another up to a foot of snow. Just look at the wind barbs and how on windy.com how they all just swash together, and you can see. Oh, I wanted to zoom in. You can just see how the wind barbs on the western side of the storm are a lot, more packed together than they're on the eastern side. And also you see a lot more orangish and reddish colors on the western side. Well, that's because this storm, okay, we got what's called a fully loaded western side. So all that wind and wind pressure is getting squeezed out, and it is pushing through the western side of the storm, and not quite as much wind is coming up on the eastern side. So this is not eastern loaded Kind of like we use this term when we talk about hurricanes, like eastern loaded. And this storm is definitely loaded on the backside. I mean, we get sustained winds here of over 36, not or 36 miles an hour. And of those reddish colors near Aberdeen, that's where you're having your blizzard right now. Okay, that's where you probably have your blizzard. Same thing here in western parts of Nebraska. That's your sustained wind. If here's a frequent wind gusts. Okay, anybody in this red for wind gusts, it has a possibility of seeing blizzard conditions, or at least ground blizzard conditions, when this snow is already on the ground and it's just blowing around viciously. That's basically ground blizzard for more than 3 hours, less than quarter-mile visibilities. You got it. There's your blizzard or ground blizzard. So European model here. Next, again, like I said, probably some 8 to 12 inch totals on wherever the western and northeastern side of the storm is. The northeast could even see good 8 to 10 inches. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, stay safe out there. Winter storm Gage is gonna push through the northeast. This thing won't be out of our heads until probably New Year's Day. So until then, the storm will probably push out New Year's Eve, but New Year's Day will deal with some link effect snow through the northeast. So hope you guys have a great New Year. Hopefully I'll do a video before that happens. And wrapping up 2019, wrapping up strong. So thank you guys for watching. I'm the Weather Dude, signing off. Till next time. Thank you for watching.